Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 21st of January. Starting with the ASX, we'll also have a look at the Australian dollar as well, because we've put a trade set up on that yesterday, and we'll have a look at some of the commodities and banks as well. So it was interesting sort of yesterday because I could see that the market wanted to move higher, but I wasn't really sure if the banks were going to take it there or the resources. So we'll double check on that today as well. But this market's still got further to go up. So just in this bigger picture here on the daily chart, we're looking at wave 4 low here, and we're looking for a move to take us much higher through there. This particular level that we're at now, close there anyway, 6.8, that gave resistance over here. So the second time around things meet a price, they don't react as much. They can still react, but not as much. So we shouldn't have too much problem at the 6 to 8, and we can expect a little bit of a dance there perhaps before we see a move higher. Let's just move into the intraday 4-hour chart here. This is what we were looking at yesterday. So wave 3 and wave 4 here, and then we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and we're looking for wave 3 to move up higher. There's different ways to look at that, so we could bring that down to here. Normally get the length of the textbook is get the length of wave 1 and then put it over here, and then that will give us our target to the upside there, closer to the 7,000 for wave 3 there. There's other ways to do it as well. I always kind of like to work with the last wave structure as such. So taking that high and this one here. So this level here would be the 68.50. We could see resistance, strong resistance at that point, and then the second one up here takes us, of course, to the same as the other calculation that we just looked at as well. But I don't really sort of worry about that too much. I'm more interested in looking at the wave structure to the upside, which I won't spend too much on today. It's quite clear that this wave 3 here is still too short compared to wave 1, so we will be heading up here higher. The main point here, as I mentioned, do we get some type of little correction here? Obviously the supports, all those open and closes there, that will be where the support is if it comes back that low at all, and then push up higher from that point, which gives us, in this bigger picture here, we've got other trades on as well lower down. We'll look at those, but this is just on the 4-hour chart, so we're looking at something like this here for that. So folks are trading different degrees of structure. So some stay in for the day, some stay in for a few days, some stay in for weeks, and I mean, you may as well stay in because it's trending up. Yeah, I mean, this is the same as the Australian dollar as well that we looked at yesterday. So we're looking at an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for wave 4 here, and then moving off up here. So we talked about buying in the box here, and well, at least here as well, and here. So hopefully that if you're a FX trader that you're in at the moment with this, but we'll be heading higher. I'm thinking that we'll head up to the 80 for this eventually. So yeah, we can just keep building positions. I've got a few in there myself, just really small ones, but just to keep my interest there a little bit. So yeah, we'll just keep watching the Australian dollar. Let me just bring this back. Yeah, so yeah, well, let's just dive in and take a closer look, I guess. So just on the hourly next here, we talked about building positions in through group 1 here. So 60 above 67 we're looking to be long, and 1, 2 and 3 here are group 1, so we're looking to build in on those. We can also look to build in again, like I mentioned, there may be some sort of structure that comes into play here. This line, this grey box here was just simply the old, from this high here to and this high here, so we just expected a bit of vibration there, but you know, that could be checked as support rather, so it's something that we need to accommodate in that space, but we'll just keep the stop out of the way. No need to get too close to the market because you'll only be asking to be stopped out. And if you've got to put the stop too close, then it means you're over trading, so you need to trade less. I mean, that leverage is the double-edged sword, so you need to be careful about that. This structure here, I haven't had a lot of time to give it consideration this morning, but there's different ways to look at it. If I look at it on the cash market, I can see this is 1 and 2 here. In fact, we could do that. So this is just the cash market. So we're looking at this as wave 1 here, and then an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for wave 2. So this wave 2 just becomes below here, because it's kind of strange really. It looks like there's 5 waves in this structure here. So yeah, but either way, so in this move here, it looks like we've got 5 waves to nice strong third wave here and fourth, fifth. So wave 1 here, wave 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 here. So like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, building to the upside. So if we related that back to that highs coming in around the 67.50 area, so if we related that back to here, the 67.50 here, then we'd put wave 1 here and wave 2 here. And then we can look at this as 1 and 2 and building. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, building up for maybe the third wave here. I need to pull that apart a bit further. So this may be the fourth wave, pulling back to the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, but still leave the structure a little bit short. Let's just go to the 15-minute chart, see if we've got anything to add to this. Nope, but I'm going to go to the tick chart then. So with the tick chart, I still got it, same thing here as well. Where did I see that? This is a slightly different count, but this is still wave 1 and 2 here, but just doesn't look like a wave 2, so that bothers me a little bit. Let me just go back to the hourly chart here, 15-minute chart. Sorry, I'm just seeing if I can see something here. See, to me, this almost looks like wave 1 to here, with 1 and 2 and 3 here, 4 here, 5 here. So 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here. Looks like a fourth wave. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and up for 5 and coming back for an ABC pattern. So I think I'll just map that out, and I'll just so I can remember it. So that would be 1 and 2 in here, 3 and 4 here, and then 5 coming up into here somewhere with an ABC. That leaves, no, that could be, anyway, I'll double check on that. It's just something I need to do for myself really. So yeah, but look, it may just continue straight up, all right? But we also can expect this here as well. We know that there was also resistance coming in at the 68.50 there, so that's something we can look at. But you've also got group 1 in here. Once you've got support on top of group 1, which is 68.30, then a tested support on that number, that means we're not coming back to the 6800 at that point. But while it's in this group 1 here, and that means that, you know, we're working with this number, so group 1 and group 2 is the swing range, okay? Now, it can trade higher than the 30 here, but will it find support? That's the thing, you need that tested support. Once you've got tested support there, the classic trading levels pattern, then you know the market's leaving the closest largest number, in this case, this one here, and then we can look up further at that point. So I'll look at that. Let me just have a look at the banks. See, CommBank, sorry, this is just a tick chart. CommBank we looked at being we looked at being long above here, but it just drifted down lower here. So there's nothing coming, that high that we've got in there for the banks. Let me just bring it into the daily chart just so we get that perspective. So I figured that we had 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. Now I know that wave 5 is a little bit short here, so this can be up for wave 1 here, and up for wave 1 here, back for wave 2 here, and then up for wave 3, 4 and 5 there. So that's how that could play out. I just had to be conservative, but we can go long above that one there, and that's what we're looking at. But that move up yesterday didn't really come from the banking sector if we use CBA as the catalyst there. And then when we look at BHP as well, we got nearly a 1% move there. So it's kind of on the resource sector a little bit. Let's just check on a few things. Iron ore. Iron ore is still a little bit, this is a daily chart for iron ore, still a bit flat there. We'll have a look at copper. Copper still sticking to that 8,000 there. I don't know if I've got my crude chart sitting on this platform. Even in this watch list. Should have it here, but I can't see it. The list is long. Oh, there it is. Yeah, right. Okay, so I was kind of thinking that, that would peg back into the 5 here, just to go through this and keep going is a little bit sort of unusual. But I can see from here we've got 1 and 2 here, and 3 here and 4 here. So we probably go up here a little bit higher, and then we'll come down. I mean, we had this whole trend here hasn't been corrected yet. Just taking it from here. I mean, we've switched. There is weakness coming in. It's just how I see things. So it was on this side of the balance line, and now it's on this. Side. So it's telling me that it's weaker at that point, but it hasn't dropped back yet. And I can just see that it could have another high before it does that. So yeah. So maybe the indice will just push up by itself. You know what I mean? And distort from the commodities or the banks. We'll see. Anyway, today's Thursday, isn't it? So it's possible in the bullish weekly cycle that we open higher today and then we close lower. So for the ASX 200, we will just need to be mindful about that. So this could play out here. So just be careful about that. So we could open higher and then trade lower for the day. And then that will leave Friday and Monday to be pushing up higher. I think that being the case, I think I might just drop this back out of the way here. You could, instead of moving the stop up, you could, if you've got 3 contracts up here, then you can, sell 2 or something and buy them back in. Doesn't have to be perfect in this space here. It may even drop lower than that. That's just the first support there, but otherwise just hang in there for that. Alrighty, waffling on long enough. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.